Hey, it's Ethan here at eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at showing you how to install these Titan chain twist link node tire chains with the V-bar links on our 2021 Chrysler Pacifica. These are going to be on tire size 235, 65, 17. Make sure you check the fit guide on etrailer.com to get the right tire size for your chains or chains for your tire. We also have these on the front axle of our Pacifica. Again, make sure you check the owner's manual to make sure you're putting the chains on the right axle for your car. These chains are going to be some of the most aggressive that you can get for the Pacifica. Basically, you're going to only use these in conditions where there's heavy snow or moderate ice, anything that you need a really solid bite into, because they are pretty high profile and you're definitely going to feel them while you're driving. They are ladder pattern, which means they go straight across, and as you can see on the links, you do have those V-bars that I mentioned that are going to be really aggressive, and they're going to bite into that ice and snow. These chains are made of a low carbon steel, which isn't the most durable option. There are some chains out there that have an alloy, like a manganese nickel alloy, that's going to be a little bit better as far as durability, rust and weather, corrosion resistance. But these I think are going to be more of your emergency case only chains, so for that purpose they'll do a great job. You can also prolong the life a little bit if you want to store them in the off season with some grease and maybe use some oil to keep the rust and corrosion from getting to the chains. So if you want to do that, we definitely recommend it. A lot of the chains that we've test fit on this car have been Class S compatible because we do have some limited wheel well clearance. We did find that with these chains though, we could turn it all the way in and we're not damaging anything in the wheel well, we're not making contact, so there's nothing to worry about there. The chains do come two to a set and this really lightweight canvas sort of bag. As you can maybe see, there's already actually starting to be some rips in there, and we just got them out the one time. Especially with those V-bars, they're definitely going to be poking through this in no time. So if you do get these chains, we definitely recommend picking up some kind of plastic tote or something more secure to keep them in. Also going to help out with storing them with that oil like I just mentioned for the last step in the off season if you want to keep them around for a little bit longer. As far as the installation of these chains go, it's always a little bit difficult on this car. We do just have a little bit of limited clearance underneath, so to make that connection on the backside can be a little bit tough. If you're on the side of the road, it might be a little bit easier for you to just drive on them. For the sake of our garage, we don't want to damage our floors any more than they already are, so we put them on around the back. Also, we always definitely recommend you trying it out in your garage beforehand if you get the chance to, just to make sure you know what you're doing before you find yourself stranded on the side of the road trying to figure it out. You can look at how we did it right now. The first thing we like to do is to lay our chains out flat. We just want to make sure that nothing is caught up or twisted, tangled. It's going to be easy to tell which way these are facing because we do have these V-bars. So as long as they're facing up towards us, we know that they're not going to be making contact with the tread of our tires. You can also take a look at these large hoops. Again, making sure that this flat side is the side that's going to be making contact with the tread, not these points. We also want to make sure that this lever is on the side facing us because we will have to use that after we make our first connection. Once we have everything centered up in front of our tire like we do now, we'll slowly grab a couple of these links in the back towards the middle and drape them over our tire. I'm just going to go pretty slowly here because we do have these V-bars and I don't want them scuffing or scraping the inside of our wheel well or the paint. So just guiding them over, making sure that nothing gets caught up again, and then we can go around and make our first connection underneath. So all we want to do is fit this loose link on this side into this hook. We found it's a little bit difficult to get some clearance underneath and around, so I'm trying to do it from the front. And as you can see, it's not the easiest thing in the world, but almost had it. There we go. After we make our connection on the back, we'll come to the front here, use that lever I've talked about at the very beginning, feed it through this loose link on the other side, guide that down until we can lever it backwards and fit it into this loose link on the other side. I'll try to give you a better angle, just like that. After you make that connection, we always recommend picking up a rubber tensioner just to keep things secure while you're driving. I put them on similar to how I put a tire on or take it off, following a star pattern. You want to make sure that the hooks are facing out and away from the tread of your tires. Just try to put them on as evenly as possible. Again, just helping things stay secure while you're driving and the chains shift around. Overall, again, these chains are some of the most aggressive that you can buy. Titan chain does also have this twist link variety with the V-bars with cam tighteners if you want a little bit of extra tension. But either way, we're going to recommend picking up that rubber tensioner to keep them secure. So it's really up to you at that point. If you want something moderately as aggressive without those V-bars, you can check out something with just the twist links and not the V-bars. Titan chains has options for those too. This was just a look at that really aggressive V-bar style, how it fits on a 2021 Chrysler Pacifica.